Nonstop IMPACT podcast.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! What's up, Impact Wrestling? Let's make some noise!
Sitting here, you guys got a 15-minute intro of putting yourselves over while I'm sitting here and watching J-Bone and Kaylon and you're 50. I never saw a 15-minute intro of three guys putting themselves over.
This is the good stuff.
Welcome, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trell, my co-host, Bill and J-Bone, and this is the Impact Plus Weekly for the week of July, July 6th through the 12th, J-Bone. Oh, my God. We're almost midway through July here. What's going on, gentlemen? Bill, how are you doing?
Doing good. I was telling J-Bone, got some storms coming through here, but hopefully everything will stay okay.
Right.
But yesterday did my first independent show indoors, Synergy Pro Wrestling, and only about 25, 30 people, very spaced out, plenty of room, all masks, hand sanitizer. So for indoor, good job, a good start.
Okay. So give me an idea. Well, before you talk, they say hello to J-Bone. J-Bone, what's going on today? Happy Sunday.
What is a happy Sunday? Sunday fun day, as Miro says, and we'll get to him in a bit. Yeah, guys, what's up, man? It's the weekend. We're wrapping up the weekend. It's been good, man. It's been productive. We got a lot of stuff done around the house. It was a great day for a mow.
A great day for a mow, he says.
What's that movie with Steve Martin and he plays the gangster that's on
My Blue Heaven?
My Blue Heaven. Great movie.
Yes, I haven't seen that in decades, but that's like my favorite line from the movie. It's like every time I go outside, it's a great day for a mow.
Such an underrated movie. Good movie. But Jay, I want to go back to you here. Now, I'm sorry, Bill. See what the indoor show? Give me a breakdown now. Mask required. Mask
required.
Check?
No temperature check.
Okay.
No temperature check. Mask required. Sanitize before you go in. They gave out your own individual hand sanitizer to keep on you. Spaced out the seats. Put like on three sides. Did like a hard cam with a first and a second row, kind of, but spaced and kind of segmented off, and then one on each side. So
interesting.
And then the wrestlers, for the most part, they kept kind of their distance, didn't try to get too close. And even like it was like kind of front row, you were still a good amount off the ring to not be too close. So I think for indoor, they kind of took as many precautions as they could. So
okay, it's a start. It's definitely a start. That's good. Interesting. Now, anybody of name on the show? Any names we might know? Anybody here?
Yeah, like nobody. I'm trying to think if any of them done maybe a JD Drake, who was just with Evolve. He was there. A couple guys from GCW like Tony Deppin, KTB, Jordan Oliver from MLW. It was a good card. It was on Fight TV. Same thing. That's where Slammiversary is going. So I'm sure you can see it was Synergy Pro Wrestling. So, but definitely a good card. Some good action. So good to get back out there and see how it's going. But definitely, it's a toe in the water of kind of what's going to be happening in the future.
Now, well, people are wondering, Bill, were you in the front row? Well, whatever the front row was here, were you in the front row? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I was on one. There was the three sides. I wasn't on the what you would call the hard cam side. I was on the other side. But we were the only. There was like maybe 6 people on each side, like on the other two sides.
How did it feel to be back in a front row after several months?
It felt good. It felt good. I was able to. Whoa!
This is Kyle right here coming in with a.
I did not type this, guys. I'm
you
just
sure
saying.
Displayed it, that's for sure. But wait, Kyle puts up for the audio listeners here. Kyle put up a comment that says they put a thermometer up Bill's ass. Is what he said. Take that off, Jay.
I do carry a thermometer with me, but I do it orally. So.
All right, very nice. Right, Jay. What's happening? You got some news today you want to jump into? There's a couple of things you want to touch on for the weekly wrap up. Let's go ahead and put those out there. And you had a few things. Go ahead.
Something that dropped earlier this afternoon that people are talking about. Kind of a bummer. One of the hot free agents. Not that I'm calling Rusev hot or I think he's hot, but that's just the term.
That's between you and your God. Let's put it that way. Anyway, go on.
Yep. So hot. So Miro, as he likes to be called now, which is his real name, I guess, dropped a bomb on his Twitch and YouTube channel saying that he has come down with COVID. So for those like myself who were maybe thinking he was one of the guys, because I mean let's be honest, there's a lot of people dropping hints, dropping little nuggets of I'm gonna be fighting on the 18th, and it's on the 18th. It's so many people doing stuff like that. Miro is one of the few guys who hasn't really done anything. He's been quiet. He's just been playing games and talking to fans, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. It just makes the hype even more interesting. Like, he's not saying anything or doing anything. It doesn't mean if he was supposed to appear for Slammiversary that he still couldn't appear via promo. I mean, the guy's still in great shape. He looks like he's feeling fine.
Yeah,
he hasn't lost a crap ton of weight like some people have, like he said his father-in-law did, unfortunately. But
that's an interesting point. Now his father-in-law has it.
Yeah.
Lana's I saw that. So there's obviously something that maybe they interacted or something happened. Maybe he was non-symptomatic and met. Maybe the father-in-law came over. That's where it still gets iffy. In this whole thing, it's like you got to be real careful.
Yeah, both of Lana's parents had it. The mother was in the hospital on a respirator, but she is, as of the last, the day or so ago, the last post from her, she is off the respirator. Her condition is improving, and I believe they said that she went home. So that's great news as far as that goes.
Very good.
But as far as Miro appearing at Slammiversary, that's off the table as far as in person. I still think there's a tremendous chance that if they wanted to, and I said this to Bill right before we went live, I said all you got to do is a 10 to 15 second nugget of some dude working out, intense music. Who's this? Who's in the gym? Who's getting ready to fight? And then just quick, boom, show his face. I'm coming, and then, skip a couple tapings, make sure he's clear, whatever they got to do. And then, boom, set him up for Bound for Glory later this year or something like that. That's just a quick thing off the top of my head. But, so I think the possibility is still there for him to show up. But, damn it, you're making me busy. What the hell?
I'm just putting up comments while you're talking. Anyway, listen. So best to him. Definitely best to him. Listen, my mom had a little bit my mom, she's asthmatic. And ran a little fever over the weekend, and got a little worried. Obviously, it was an up and down fever, not only 99.5, nothing crazy. It was like, obviously, she called her doctor. She's like, "No, it's not over 100. I wouldn't worry about it." But my mom's 68 years old. You don't want to take a chance. Took her test Saturday morning, got the results today. Thank God, all negative. She's clear. So that's a good thing. But definitely, like I'm saying,
awesome. Thank God.
Elder parents, be careful. Just make sure they get, keep them on their vitamins. I'm telling you that. Keep your parents taking their vitamins. Make sure they keep their immune systems high during all this shit. That's the best thing that's going to help them right now. So
yeah,
everybody out there, man.
My pops is constantly taking his stuff, and
got to do it, man.
I'm the cook 99% of the time, so I'm always cooking them good meals and stuff. So
yeah, Trey, you are a master of impressions. Can you do a Hulkster?
Can I do a
Say
Hulkster? Somebody asked.
Vitamins? Can you do say your prayers, eat your vitamins?
Let me work on it, and by next week's Plus Weekly, I'll be with you on that. How about that?
All right,
let's do that. But thank you guys for the good wishes here. Appreciate that, both of you guys in there. So no, definitely keep your parents safe, man. It's a risky thing out there. Keep the immune systems high, and us too. All of us at the same time. But very nice, very nice. Thank you, Javon, Bell's boy, Eli. Thank you for the good wishes there. Any other news, Jay? Anything else?
There's a certain thread that Impact Wrestling has been sharing that is absolutely ridiculously hilarious. Some people may not get this or appreciate this type of humor. I think right now, honestly, with everything going on this godforsaken mud ball we call Earth, I say the more the better. The arm wrestling segment, we touched on this. It was real quick. They did a little blip on the last episode of Impact Wrestling. Well, each day throughout this week, they've dropped another comical segment where Hernandez and Rhino are still arm wrestling. They are still locked arm in arm or hand in hand, whatever.
It's great. It's absolutely great.
they're eating popcorn together. They're feeding each other snacks, which is a little weird, not gonna lie. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, the best one. Don't leave out the best one now. Bill knows what I'm talking about.
I'm getting there. It's oof. They are going to the bathroom together and still arm wrestling. It's watch the splatter. Best line of the whole thing. It was like, oh my God. And then
it sucks if you're a righty, you're trying to maneuver like that. Yeah. What happened when Rhino was this way and Hernandez is like, don't look at me or something.
Don't look down. Sorry. And then the next one, they're still doing it, but now they're washing hands. Here's Rhino squirting soap in their hands. And so with their free hands, they're trying to do this.
Dude, it's hilarious.
And then rinse. And then I don't know. It's just, oh my God.
Now, I said this last week. Bill, you remember, I said this last week. I said, I hope it's one of those things where every day until Slammiversary, they're still locked up like this. And it's just a battle of will. And sure as shit, I swear to God, someone from this company is listening to the show, because what have I been saying for months? Film enough promos in the can so you could fill in shit during the week between episodes. And sure as shit, every fucking day there are exclusive online only promos that have been airing on Twitter. You've caught that, Bill? I haven't seen a shit ton.
Yeah,
30-second clips.
I know that's kind of something that's been said, and like kind of. I obviously with everything going on now is not the time, but maybe eventually getting that into Xplosion too. But that type of content's great. But obviously for social media, that's where they're going to get the most out of it, the most traction, especially right before this pay-per-view. So,
Jay, I've been saying it for months.
So you think they're specifically listening to you, Trent?
Listen, for months I've been saying, film shit in the can like this, little promos, little interviews, little clips to air them and pepper them in between episodes. I've been saying that. Why are you rolling your eyes at me, J-Bone? You're rolling your eyes at me for a reason.
Oh, good for you.
On the weekly, this is the Lord's Day. Well, we don't pull this scumbag Kalon shit on the Sunday show. We keep it behaved. It's a darker room. I don't pull out the background. It's a very comfortable environment, J-Bone. I don't need you busting my balls and getting me all riled up on a Sunday evening like this. Yeah, Okay, that nothing. You keep rolling your fucking. Do not do it. Do not pull that trigger, Jay. All right, but no, listen.
I'll be nice.
Be nice. Be nice. But listen, good stuff. I love it. That's the stuff I want to keep seeing pop up. I like that it's exclusive. It's new shit. You didn't see it on the show, online only, and it's good. It's further stories, little peppering in or furthering the story. So keep that up.
Yeah, it keeps you coming back to the social medias. It keeps the hype up here. There's nothing wrong with that, because in the past, I've seen people complain about it. Oh, they should have promoted or done more. Well, there isn't going to be, okay, with the exception of like once all the surprises show up and then you book them for like the big show coming up at the end of summer or this fall or whatever they plan. This pay-per-view, Slammiversary, is going to be, I don't care what company you're watching or not watching. There is not going to be more hype behind any other show than this one, period. End of subject. You can't win that argument. Sorry. It's
one of the most hyped shows I've ever seen them do. But we'll see, man. Hey, we'll see what happens. But let's jump in, guys. Let's jump into Xplosion this week. The featured match was Ethan Page and Hernandez in a big man's. How tall are these guys? How tall is Ethan? Page is a pretty big guy too. Bill, what is he like 6'4", 6'5"? He's up there though.
Yeah, I don't know how tall he is, but he's at least 6'2", 6'3", I would think.
Okay, he's a tall guy. Yeah, Hernandez.
Because Hernandez is probably 6'3", 6'4", so maybe has an inch or two on him. But yeah, big guy.
Big dudes. Pretty big dudes. I'm curious though. Why do they keep putting? I know it's just Xplosion. I get it. Why do they keep putting? The North does a lot of singles matches. It's like Xplosion on Impact. I wonder why they put them into singles matches here and there. Like, why that could have easily been a tag team match.
Josh even made sure to say he was acting like they don't do that. But yet I know we have, at least lately, it feels like we have been seeing some singles matches. But obviously, Ethan came to Impact first. They both have done plenty as singles competitors, won world titles at indie companies. So I think at some point that is the long term for them. I don't think they'll be a team forever. I think that there will be singles runs from both of these guys kind of once they probably lose the belts. I don't think they're going to stick around as a tag team for that much longer. I think they'll probably give them some singles runs. So this could be just kind of a test run with that. Kind of started seeing where they succeed. But obviously in this match, we see them still pretty much working as a team in singles competition.
Basically. What do you think, Jay?
Ethan is so good. It is why I made that the thumbnail of this video. It's old school. It's Flair. It's Flair showing off. Big chop in the corner, turn around, look dead on the camera. Woo! I mean, that is so old school. Everybody and anybody did that back in the day, or not exactly, but you know what I mean. And I love it, and Hernandez comes up to him just like, what else you got? It was so funny and comical, the great thing about Ethan is he can take that showboat and he can get mean and he can just rip you up. He's a little bit of bold face, a little bit of comical, tremendous wrestler, old school. He's all that. It is just, man, he's still one of my favorites on this brand. To this day, I'm so glad he signed with Impact Wrestling. And talking about the whole being a tag team for so long, and their heels. What happens if somewhere in the near future, because I want to see Ethan get a solid solo run. I want to see the same thing for Josh. They both deserve that, and they're both capable of it too.
They're both very good singles guys too. No question about it.
So if they break up the tag team like sometime later this year, I'm not going to be mad about it because I want to see Ethan Page just blow up as a single star, honestly.
He's getting pretty jacked too. You see him lately on social media, Bill?
That video he dropped. A lot of the roster, man, they're spending all this time to work out. They're quarantining.
The three guys for sure I've seen who are getting just jacked, or four, is Paige, Moose, Jake something, or Jake Diener, and Bro Heat are getting just fucking jacked since the last tapings. Like they're posting like workout videos every day, and they're huge now. It's unbelievable. Like,
and then you see the same thing with a lot of the free agents we're talking about at Slammiversary.
That too.
All those guys are doing, all those free agents are doing are working out, it seems.
EC3 is literally fucking cut from stone. That guy, it's unreal. Like I don't know how you genetically just have that the ability to grow muscles like that. That dude's insane. But hey, listen,
it's
they're all
possible.
looking good.
Look at the guys in Hollywood. I mean, obviously that's a different business, but guys like Hugh Jackman get cut in a couple months to play a role, and they look, and what's his face, Hemsworth plays Thor and looks like a Greek god. It's possible. You just gotta know the right things and eat right and do the right exercises and say your prayers and take your vitamins and all that shit.
Drink your milk, brother. Yeah, no, listen, it's taking advantage of the time, man. I mean, if it's your full-time job, obviously, it's a little easier to do if you don't have to get up and go to an office every day and do that. But it's definitely get a workout there. So hey, that's great though. Listen, take advantage of the time. Look great for the pay-per-view. These guys take it seriously. I appreciate it as a fan. I appreciate that very much. But a good match. Ethan squeezes out the cheat win on this one. North keeping their records intact. Tag team titles over a year. I mean, they're obliterating the record at this point. They got it at what? Yeah. By the time Slam comes around, they're at what, a year and 2 weeks almost? Like almost 380 some odd days at that point.
370 something, 380 something, yeah. Because it was good. Like early July that they hit the 1 year. I think it was July 4th or July 5th that they said during the match or something.
So yeah, there you go.
Like that.
So they'll have a 380 at that point. That's man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder who's going to take. Listen, Bill, I don't even know who's in line who could even take it off him at this point, man.
I'm still sticking. Like I said, I liked last Tuesday what Ken and Sammy are doing in their promo, but I don't see them being the ones to take it off them. And like I said, like if there is a team in Impact, it probably is the Rascals still, but I have a feeling it's going to be a team that's not in Impact right now will be the one that defeats them.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with it. We'll see what happens. All right. The Around the Ring this is an important Around the Ring today. We got to talk about this one. There you go. You are very topical with the t-shirts. I got to give it to Bill. Jay, you got to know, this is Bill is great. Like Throwback, he'll wear the Throwback t-shirt. We're talking about somebody featured on the Plus Weekly. He's got the t-shirt on. Very, very good topical stuff, Bill. I appreciate that. I really do. Really do. Very nice.
Try to support what we're watching.
Very nice. So he's got the Rich Swann. So that leads us to Rich Swann now. Now Jay and I talked earlier today. I called him up and we talked about the Rich. He's like, have you seen the Around the Ring? And I go, no. He goes, it's Rich Swann and 3 letters for you, SID. I'm like, Sid, yeah, dude, just watch. And then so this was tough. This was a tough one. So Rich Swann is a guest with David Penzer, and he goes into detail on this one.
Deep detail.
And we saw the clip. Oh, man. I didn't know.
It happened right in front of me.
Yeah, you were there, man. You were there. So here's the deal real quick, and then I'll kick it over to you, Bill, to give some day of reaction. But the next day at what the hell was that show called?
Yeah.
Texas Live.
Live. Yeah, it was.
The Rich was there.
Arlington Brawl. He was there doing an autograph session with Willie. So Nicole saw him. Nurse Nicole was there. So we know him from AEW. So she's like, let me take a look. Let's see what's going on. And she rapped. She chuckled like she was pretty bad. Swollen to hell. I mean, it's swollen like my ego. It was nuts. It was huge. And she's like, look, it's not looking good. Yeah, you need to go to a hospital. So she wrapped him up, like at least wrapped him secure. And he was able to get through the signing session. And she's like, you need to go now. And she told Scott Demore, she's like, I don't care what you need to do. Somebody needs to take him to the hospital. So like today, like he needs to go. He swore he was going to go. I guess according to the Around the Ring, he didn't go to the hospital. No, it sounds like he went the next day.
Yeah, exactly. So he went the next day. He went to the hotel apparently, but he went the next day. But man, Bill, talk about it. You were front row. I mean, we saw it on clip. It's a brutal. You see the leg just fucking smooshes. It's nuts. But go ahead.
Yeah, because first, like a lot of it was awkward, the whole thing, because Dave Christ was doing something that Dave Christ doesn't normally do. Like just the whole him doing that move was surprising. It's like Dave is doing this move, and then
it's a move that doesn't make sense though. For what it was, he's bent over. Why do you senton splash? It doesn't even make sense.
I have no idea. I don't know what kind of and I think everybody was not on the same page.
Axe handle.
Exactly what I was thinking. That's a layup for an axe handle. You're doing a senton? What the fuck is that? Anyway, go on.
So he does that, and then as soon as he hits it, it didn't go right. You could hear it. You could hear a sound that was not good. It was just like a hush. It was like, what's that? And then I'm looking right at Rich's face, and then like you can tell there's like that second of like what happened, and then he knows. And he was describing it perfectly in there. He was just like F, 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 F. Like that was exactly what he was doing. Because
Jesus.
And then and then Penzer has to go like the X gimmick.
X gimmick.
So they made sure, and as he said, the match kept on going because it was a gauntlet match, elimination style. So they just kind of took him out. So you didn't know, like it didn't seem good, like. At least from my view, when I was right there, it didn't seem like it wasn't as obvious as Sid, which he references obviously.
Sid, yeah,
because
I think Sid
was just like
worse.
I think the whole arena you saw what happened to Sid because it was just like,
the foot was just dangling.
He noticed it after it. It was not the right direction. That's kind of what you could tell.
Fuck.
So that was, but yeah, it sounded like obviously it could have been worse. It could have been compounded worse. Like he was probably like that close to like through skin, but obviously he goes into the detail about how like they're saying like he might have a limp. He already doesn't have a limp, which is great. And it seems like he's kind of just getting into rehab now. So who knows? Hopefully can see him. But as long as he's healthy and walking great, that's a good sign for the future for Rich.
Real good sign, man. Jay, I know you were cringing at that one, man.
I was cringing so bad, and then I went back and listened to it again just to make sure I understood all the details for when we talked about it now. And man, I mean, just and it sucks because I was like, ooh, we saw him as a part of the tapings, but it's probably just an emotional thing. Like, hey, get around your crew, get around your brothers and sisters in this company, and it's going to help you with your recovery as long as you're like healthy and you can walk around. You're not working out in the ring. He said he was just going to start doing rehab. So it's like, okay, so we know he's not the fourth man. I was kind of hoping that it's like he was ready because I don't think any of us had any clue with the exception of the people on the inside that knew how bad it really was for him. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, I don't want to speculate the absolute worst option of this whole scenario, but we hope he can come back. But oof, man, poor Rich. We just hope that rehab goes well. At this point, and just one day at a time, Rich. We're pulling for you.
Yeah, it seems like he has a great attitude about it, which is
he does
pretty much like half the fight in something like that. Because you even see like he's like it was crushed like a soda can, and like he was just. God.
Now, my dad had a similar break in winter of 18. Him talking ankle, like foot the other way deal. His was bad. He was, he's 70 when that happened. That's not easy. He's got this. When Rich was describing the plates and the screws, same thing my dad had. Like, I'm talking, the foot was pointing the other way. They had to put it back in. Bone was out. It's a hefty thing. I mean, but first, my dad at 70 is walking. Thank God he's up and walking. He still feels it, the twinge in there and stuff. But, Rich is more than half his age. So I think, he's younger. He's more athletic. I think it's going to be rehab, though, because it's been about almost 2 years from my dad's injury. And, he still feels it, but he's walking around. I wouldn't expect Rich maybe at the earliest. Or at the speculative earliest would be maybe Bound for Glory, but that's a stretch. I'd say maybe if Hard to Kill is now the January pay-per-view, I'd say maybe the 1 year rehab, break and rehab and everything. And then the getting off the ring rust, you're not working as much to even get the ring rust off right now. So I'd say I wouldn't expect Rich back till January, a full year recovery until he's feeling normal. Just seeing what my dad went through, it was about a year before he felt normal enough. But again, he's 70. Rich is maybe 29 now. He's only not that old either. So, he's a younger guy, athletic guy. I think he can come back from it a lot quicker. It's just a matter of what's safe, So, in the meantime, I wish they'd open up his Twitter account somehow so we can, people can still support the guy and maybe he can plug his T-shirts or something, just something to keep some money coming into the household. But in the meantime, for everybody, if people don't know, Sue Young / Susie is the wife of Rich Swann. So if you want to help the household out, definitely pick up the T-shirts like Bill's got right here. He's got the T-shirt on. Get the T-shirts. Get the Sue Young merchandise. That shirt's awesome. Kyle got that one too.
That is sick.
Yeah, there you go. So support the house. I know Sue sells a lot of her own merch too. She's got like merch packages and stuff on her website. Definitely support the household, guys. It's luckily she's working. She's got they got the contracts. I'm sure Impact's they take care of people. I'm sure they're keeping him on his retainer and still keeping him paid in some way. But support the household, and that's the least we can do. He's such a good dude, and he was on such a rise at the time. He was no question he was going to be in the main event by now. No question he was going to main event.
Yeah, after that gauntlet up in Windsor, he was ascending to be right there at that main. He was being pushed into the main event for sure.
You were there, right, for that gauntlet match?
Yeah.
Oh, I can live had that to be amazing live. He was just a fucking star during that match, man. He made the match. It was
he made the match. That's where that's where that whole locker room, you could hear it all through, the rest through that next 3 minutes of the match. You just heard them going crazy backstage.
Jeez.
Just because of that performance he had. And
it was one of the best.
I think we already knew how good he was, but for anyone that had a doubt, that just showed you what he was capable of. That work rate level was just unparalleled.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw Millard Harris with a comment. I think is he implying Dave Chris that she wanted Sue to have a match with there, Jay? Is that what he's saying?
I was a little confused. I didn't understand. I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah.
I think he's implying Dave. Can you imagine if Sue got a match with that? That'd turn to a shoot fight real quick, I'd imagine. But
couple low blow kicks.
Whoops, he's got a good question here, guys. Question is, would Ace or Trey be in the main event if Swann was never injured? That's a really good question. They may have, they might not, but I think Swann, if they'd stay in the main event, I think Swann would be alongside him. No question. But if maybe not, I'm thinking it's a good point, though. Maybe we lost some guys now. You had to elevate. Maybe there's.
Yeah, I think Ace, the push was there for Ace.
Yeah.
I think that was happening, but Trey may have been pushed quicker than maybe that was planned.
No question.
But because obviously there were changes, but they've done a good job. And I think as we see later on in this Xplosion, this is a big Trey. This is a big Trey push from the TV show into the Xplosion. They're trying to get that message across.
They are pushing. Trey is they're Ace. Ace we knew. I feel like Ace was inevitable. Ace was they had a rocket on Ace for sure. Trey came out of nowhere. Trey was to me his next division guy. I never would have wouldn't have crossed my mind he was going to be in the heavyweight picture. I really never saw it, to be honest. But they took it. They took a chance on it. And I said this. I was having a talk with the AEW guys last night. We were out grilling and stuff, and we were talking about I gotta say he's cutting the best promos of his career, doing some of the best work of his career right now. I think he's taken the opportunity given to him and he's completely running with it full force. But we'll talk more about that. Let's wrap up Xplosion here. So, Jay, the throwback match was Slammiversary 10 from 2012, right?
Yeah.
Which always throws me. It's like the Slammiversary number, then you have the year number, and it's always say Slammiversary 10. It's not 2010, Slammiversary 10, 2012. Anyway, go on.
Well, yeah, this is funny if you guys are watching these along with us, and they do the little background before the match. You guys remember that this is when there was the whole Dixie Carter, AJ Styles affair thingy, and the husband was pissed.
Surge got in there too.
Surge
Salinas.
So goofy storyline aside, this match was amazing. Like, just take all the background stuff out. That's like, oh, come on, I think a lot of us cringed at, because I was like, no, that ain't is that happening? No, that ain't happening. No, shut up. No. I mean, they tried, but it's like, Jiminy Christmas.
Christmas.
That ain't happening. But Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Kaz, and Christopher Daniels, top of their game in the early 2010s in this match, and just the it was super aggressive. I mean, they really threw each other around and just wrecked each other. That one specific move where AJ Styles was sitting on the top turnbuckle, and I believe it was Christopher Daniels came up, hit him with the enziguri or whatever, hit him or kicked him. AJ Styles falls backward, but his right leg is still tied underneath the second rope, so he's dangling there. His leg is literally bent like this and stuck, and he's just flopping there, and they're just wrecking him. And oh my God, look, it's a mildly hungover.
He's got the Pedialyte.
Scumbag.
He really is drinking Pedialyte.
He's got this. So
never drinking again, boys. Never drinking again.
We
had the pounding headache. The pounding headache. I'm wearing sunglasses because the lights of the computer are just, it's bad, man. I don't feel good. And that's why I don't drink.
To be cool.
I don't drink. I always say I don't drink, and then I do go out and drink, and this is what happens. And after this, I'm never drinking ever again. Oh, man. Horrible night. Horrible night.
You and Trent are going to get along.
It was the White Russians. That's the common denominator. Every time I come on with this kind of story twice a year, it's always the White Russians. Every time. I think I'm Sandman, and I start blasting down these White Russians.
Yeah, either just stick with beer or go vodka.
But hear this though. Hear this. I want to get your take on this, because, quite frankly, I think my friends are a bunch of scumbags, and I want to hear what you think. I guess so, but so I'm out with the crew. I actually was driving at first. I wasn't going to drink. Then I have a couple drinks, and I say, "Okay, guys, we're going to Uber. I'm not driving." Then it's White Russian mania, and we're all hanging out together, and whatever. Scumbag gets a little sick. Scumbag goes out to the parking lot. Did what I had to do, and that's why I'm replenishing myself with the Pedialyte. And I ended up just going to sleep in my truck, just sleeping it off. And check this out: I wake up at like 8 a.m. in the parking lot, looking around, and my friends left me there. They got an Uber, hopped out of there, and left me there. And I'm calling them first thing in the morning, like, you left a bleeding soldier out on the battlefield. You left me out there to die. Why wasn't I dragged into the Uber? And I didn't get a straight answer. So that was my weekend. I'm never drinking again. It's just terrible. And my Loca pants. Somebody jokingly flicked a cigarette at me like Scott Hall. Burned a hole right in the Loca sweatpants. Gone. Burned.
Not the Paisley pants.
Burned. Yeah, I swear. The big cigarette burned. Somebody flicked it. Scott Hall style. I mean, I deserved it. I said something real nasty thinking I was funny. It was a joke, but that was the weekend. Back to the wrestling talk. I'm going to take a nap over here.
All right, sounds good.
Don't be too loud. No sound bites.
Oh, look at Zach saying it. We are part of Scumbag Nation, right? I mean, he's with you, Kyle.
No Arizona iced tea today, boys. Just Pedialyte.
Did you say no sound bites?
Please.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, my headache, J-Bone. Don't do that.
I gotta give it to Kyle though that he's wearing. I know. The match on Xplosion was Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. So you were in the North T-shirt.
Still plug some merch.
The Around the Ring was Rich Swann, and Bill's rocking the Rich Swann T-shirt. You guys are topical here. I mean, J-Bone and I aren't doing shit.
Yeah,
good job, boys.
The squad here right now. Good to see you. Let me go around the room here. First, above me we have John Stamos. If he didn't get picked for Full House and he ended up just down spiraling into crack cocaine and doing nothing with his life, Then up here, diagonal, we have Grandpa Munster, a.k.a. J-Bone. And then next to me here, we have Mark David Chapman, except instead of the catcher in the rye, he's holding an Impact Wrestling replica belt. That's the crew. That's the squad.
Oh, my God. All right. Chug your Pedialyte.
Thank God for Pedialyte.
Hey, I stole the sunglasses from the Chris Gethard show.
Very nice. Oh, they are from the Kiss Crowd. Very nice.
They are.
Oh, very
Shout
nice.
out to
Very
Chris
nice.
Gethard, man. He stole sunglasses.
Too much information. Very nice.
The show's over. It got canceled. I can admit to that. You know, show's gone.
What, Jay? What's we got the recap match from this week. Go ahead and break that down. We're gonna get an open forum then, so Kyle can just spew his bullshit for a half hour. So
the winner of the match was AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. We didn't get into that because the scumbag showed up.
Threw us off.
But
Now Slammiversary 10.
Match, like I said, guys, seriously, it's like you look back at that and you look at the storyline, just you cringe at it. But that match was, I don't know if that was the headliner.
Not the main. That was not the main.
It wasn't the main. Was it?
Because man, that crowd popped like
that's one of the better Slammiversaries when we've talked about that before. 12, 9, 18.
10 was in Texas, which is why that crowd was super hot.
Yeah.
But the main on that one was Rude and Sting.
Yeah, Bobby Roode.
Yeah, you guys remember the back room of the video store? YouTube commenter Josh Paxton writes, Kalon looks like he's headed to the back room of the video store. See, I was a kid during that. I wasn't able to go in. But you guys are older. You guys were the creepy people getting those VHS tapes. See, I grew up with the internet, man. We didn't have any of that, you know?
Oh, I used to sneak into that room as a kid. Definitely. It was not
creeps, bro.
Total creep move. But
I never did.
You know, Gary's gonna give you some sort of wild story in the comments based off of that.
Oh, guys, now if anybody, I want to put Gary out here.
Bro. Put him over. This guy's insane.
I'll put Gary over. Listen,
he's commenter du jour.
Oh, we got okay, guys. When we post everything up, Gary doesn't watch live. Gary's a great listener of ours. But he's a post show commenter. So when it's up on demand and on the replay, Gary watches, and he's great because he'll comment as he's listening, and it's an amazing array of comments. He'll go from breaking our balls to putting us over to throwing awesome little factoids at us to breaking our balls again, ripping on us, being nice to us. It's like every emotion you can have in one comment thread. Gary throws at us. It's fantastic. But so Gary, if you're listening, thank you, guys. You gotta follow Gary. He does a bunch of, what does he do? Kyle, video reviews. You said he does a bunch of.
He's got a YouTube channel. It's like Gary's Movie Emporium, but he's not doing regular movie reviews. Like he's grabbing like dollar store, like independent B films, like
it's great
scumbag movies. My kind of thing.
There you go.
It's creepy though. I always call him Creepy Gary, but there's a charm. There's a charm in that creepiness. He's funny. He's a riot.
Very nice. All right, let's wrap this up. Jay, what's the recap match this week on Xplosion? What do we go back on?
The recap is Madman Fulton versus Trey from a couple weeks ago. Just once again emphasizing what we were talking about Trey, that he's become this main event person after having such an insane X Division, attempt at getting the X Division championship. What's up, HD? It's so funny. So yeah, and this man, I look at Madman Fulton in this match. Excuse me. I look at Madman Fulton in this match, and he is truly growing out of the shell that he used to be in. He's showing his strength, he's showing his toughness as a wrestler, but he's also, it's like his charisma is coming out. Everything's coming out since he got put with Ace Austin. And I mean, he was great in OVE, but he was always in the background and just some kind of like frothing maniac. Now he's all up in your face, and they're giving him some spotlight, and it's like, oh shit, who gave the keys to this guy? You know, it's
yeah. I still think it's a little loose on the whole, like he's the one who took out Trey. You know, I still feel like they connected the dots real loose on that one. Bill, I think you were saying, right? You're like, I don't think that's it. You don't think that's the final.
I know I think everybody's just following what Madison said twice. Like that must have been Madman Fulton. And then she said it again. But other than that, nobody else has ever confirmed that actually was him. So if Ace and Madman are going to be part of a bigger faction, maybe at Slammiversary, I think we could see maybe he was not the actual attacker.
All right,
maybe he was somebody that's going to be revealed.
All right, I like it. Because I was really hoping that wasn't it, where it's like, oh yeah, it was Fulton the whole time. It's like, that's how you tell us? You know, it was real weak, man, real weak. So hopefully it's not it. So we'll find out.
There might be, there might be a wrap-up thing at Slammiversary where Trey's getting ready, and then all of a sudden some kind of weird interaction with the rest of the Rascals or something else happens, and we get the nail in the coffin on what happened to everyone. I don't know. It's weird.
Trent, I got to bust your balls for a minute here.
What's going on?
I ask you 1,000 times, put your Twitter handles on the screen in the name box. Why do you keep shitting on me? Why won't you do it? You're a whore for self-promotion. You're the biggest mooch I've ever met in my life when it comes to that stuff. Why can't you promote your Twitter handle like I do? It looks professional.
Take it. No, it doesn't. It does not look professional to me. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Trent, nobody wants to just see.
I'll tell you why. Look at the bottom of your screen right there. Look at it. Look at the bottom of your screen. Look at it. Now watch. Keep watching the scroll going to the bottom of your screen. Now look at this. Everybody's Twitter just being revealed right there. Look at that. Kalon, J-Bone. Look at that. You see?
For me, bro.
That's how it works. I don't want. Here's the thing. The reason people call you Kalon, the reason Russo came on the show and goes, "Oh, look, we got Kalon over here." The reason they called you Kalon, what you hate, is because your goddamn Twitter handle is where your name should be. Now, if it said Kyle,
KL on the mic, man. It's KL, and I'm on the mic. But is the mic in front of my face.
Nobody knows that. And the problem was, the reason you're now Kalon is because you have your Twitter handle where your name's supposed to be, and that's your own doing.
I'll take it. I'd rather be called Kalon than not called anything at all. People barely remember your name, Trent. I'm getting nicknames over here.
It's great.
Poor Trent, man. It's so funny because it's like Trent tries so hard to get these things over on the show, and I could just piss. I could just take a piss, and people.
What do I try to get over?
Dude, you try to do this suicide mask thing so hard, like Trent suicide, and nobody cares. Nobody comments about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's just like, I feel bad for you,
I don't know what you're talking about.
If I were wearing the suicide mask, we would be printing them.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need this bullshit from you to tell me what's not working, what's working and not working. Okay, I really don't need it.
Cut your hair, trim your beard. Looks like you hit the hair dye though. You look good. I'll give you that.
I did not dye anything. Even somebody
it's
in the
lighting. You do the dark lighting. There's no lights in there.
I'm not dyeing it. They put me on camera yesterday for AAW.
You got a different background actually, Trent. What's going on back there? Where's the porno backdrop?
Sunday night. I don't. It's the easy lighting. Sunday night. The room's dark. It's comfortable. I got a candle going, for fuck's sake. That's what this is.
Bill, how did you get that backdrop? How did you get the British boot camp banner?
I got it from.
Who did you steal that from? Who did you pay off?
He took Rockstar Spud out one day behind the impact zone and took it.
Oh. That may have happened, but
Go ahead, Bill. Tell your story. Where you got that from?
Where'd you get I got this from when they were selling a lot of the old TNA memorabilia on eBay.
Ooh, that's right. There you go. See, he's got a beautiful background there. I like it. What do you have? You just got to hang it up on the wall? Is that where you got the professional backdrop holders? What do you got going there?
Well, yeah, they did not have the because I've worked trade shows for my work, but those are pretty bulky, like the ones that kind of pop up. So I actually put it over. I hang it instead of doing it that way. I'd like to do that, but that would take up half a room. Because it's very large.
Is it really? No shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
All right, Kyle, I know you show up once every 3 months on the Sunday show. We don't play fucking sound bites on the show. We don't play sound bites.
I do. I started the show. I'm gonna do whatever I want, Trent.
This is a comfortable, calm.
This is almost like Jim, what are you eating over there?
I found something really interesting in my bag of dum-dums here. I got
fat asses.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care what you're reading. I just wanted to click that sound.
I got the Jay Bronski Hefferino.
Fat asses.
He's out of his mind.
Just
out of his mind.
It's a flavor mashup. Oh, this one even has like codes and shit. What the hell? It's peach mango.
Mango. All right. So we open it up now, guys. We open it up here. All right, now who wants to talk about what we got? I open up to the listeners here, guys. What do you guys want to talk? What's on your minds this week? What do you think? We're going into Slammiversary week now. 6 days.
Number one, I think we should put the nail in the coffin and pick the night for the prediction show. And I saw this at the top when people were like, "Hey, let's do it this day. Hey, let's do it this day." You know what? And I love the comment that says, no, they can't do it on Wednesday because of Smash's podcast AEW show. You know what? It is a big show. It is Fight for the Fallen. Let's just do it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Let's just do it tomorrow night.
No, we got to wait till at least Tuesday's show airs, get the final wrap on everything, and then do it. How about we do it after you're done with your AEW stuff? We'll do it after that. It'll be a late night prediction show. We'll get in the camera.
Of course, Margaritaville over here has to do his AEW show and smash this bullshit.
You know, he brought Basil on last week. He got great ratings.
Tyson stole your catchphrase. Like he puts on the Twitter pumping his interview. He takes smash that bell. I'm like, bro, he just blatantly steals J-Boat's catchphrase. Fuck Tyson.
I'll take it as a form of flattery.
Right,
go with that.
I've been doing this for 7 years. I'll take it as a form of flattery.
Instead of that, just say it's the atomic drop.
I stole these sunglasses from Chris Getter. I steal stuff all the time, Jay. It's okay. We all steal. Everybody steals.
You know who doesn't steal anything is Bill. Bill pays top dollar for all this memorabilia. His memorabilia is top dollar.
I told you, Bill caught Moose slipping in the parking lot. Took the jacket right off his back. I mean, Bill obviously could take Moose. Look at the two guys. I mean, honestly, look at him.
Yeah, he could definitely took him out. Bill, you got what? Two Moose vests? Is that right?
I have 4 Moose vests.
No shit.
Well, that is this one.
That's that one.
That's this one.
So you have the entire run of vests till he stopped wearing vests, right? Like he only had, or do you have more than 4?
He surprisingly mixed in a whole bunch of others for like one-offs, but the ones he kind of used had like 2 were pay-per-view vests, and this obviously was like his main one for a while, and then the other one was for a couple TV tapings.
All right, right. So here's the thing: when is he going to start selling off the robes, those money robes? Have you asked him about it?
Well, because he has a ton of robes now. So
every taping.
Now, technically, I do own his first ever robe.
You do? Which one is that now? Which color is that one?
Well, when he did his first robe, I don't know if you remember it. It was out in Vegas, but it wasn't like the material that he uses now. It was more like a cloth robe instead of one of those, and it had a lot of.
One?
It had a lot. It was like white and black. Maybe I'll bring it on a future show.
I think that's got to be on next week's show. If you guys want to see that next week, that's next week's next week's clothing gimmick.
An update here: Austin Aries is still wearing his mask on the TNI wall.
Oh, I see. Very nice. Oh, very nice.
Very nice. Adjustments. You got the BDC hat up there. Good old beatdown plan. And you got Madman Fulton and Jake Christ and some Loca tags. Yeah, they got the ringmaster up there.
What's that EC3 poster off to behind?
Oh, that's an EC3 poster signed to me, Kyle. Long may we reign. EC3, 2-time TNA champ. See, when I get stuff signed, I make sure they put my name on it, so I'm not like Trent or one of those sleaze bags that kind of just they get the stuff to sell it on eBay. Like I'm not that dude. Like I'm gonna buy it because I want it.
I've never sold anything on eBay ever.
Oh, Trent, I know you're one of those guys. I know.
Oh no. I know a guy though. He chases people to the airport to get shit. That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, bro, those are the worst. Like I get it. If you're at a show, you want to ask wrestlers for an autograph, but the people that like hang out at the airport, they stand around the hotels, they stand around the venue like hours, maybe even a day before. Those people should just be like rounded up and just taken somewhere, like those are creeps, man. Those are creeps, straight up creeps.
This guy stays he goes to the airport with a stack of shit, and somehow he can. I think he pays him. I really do personally think he throws him a little bit to sign a stack of shit at the airport. Because if I'm somebody getting stalked at an airport, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like this guy hands him.
Or they're doing it for charity, but like, hey, I got an event coming up. We're raising money for blah 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 blah's got cancer or something. I mean, some of those are legit, but
I maybe they tell them that that's for charity and probably full of shit, and they're like, yeah, I'm just go to the March of Dimes. Like, oh, fuck yourself. Like, well, the March of Dimes need a fucking action figure, 8x10, scarf, t-shirt. Get the fuck out of here. This guy's nuts though, man. He's a lunatic. But anyway, all right. We got 6 days of Slammiversary. So Jay, let's do it Wednesday after you're done with your AEW one. So that way we'll get Tuesdays. Anything that happens Tuesday, we'll know where final go home for Slammiversary, and we'll jump on. So Bill, if you're around Wednesday,
it'll be late, and I'll try to keep that review short and sweet. And Basil might be joining, but we'll try to keep it short.
Oh, you got the AEW fanboys. Huh?
He got somebody with him. He got somebody with him. He went
dorks.
Oh, good for you.
2 peas in a pot of there.
Every time I turn on Smash this podcast, the automatic is just responses.
This is a bunch of crap. This shit sucks.
Sorry, wrong one. Didn't mean that.
You keep coming back, you scumbag.
Hey, that's it.
He'll take your views, Kyle. He'll take your views.
Hey, I'm gonna NWA you, J Bone. I'm gonna do that. Just gonna not support you.
But listen, what do you guys want to talk to on the chat? We're gonna keep going for another few minutes here. What's going on? The Slammiversaries. Who's already ordered? You guys ordered already? Fight TV orders in. Everybody good to go?
I entered about 6 different contests. I'm trying to win it last minute.
I hear you. Bill, I assume you got yours in.
Plan, Trent. I got a whole different plan.
I have not officially. I'll probably wait until a little closer, either the day before or the day of. If I do fight or do it on the cable provider, not sure yet. I will be doing the celebration in the morning.
Nice.
Hear me out, fellas. Open invite to you, Wild Bill. I don't know about Trent. I don't know about Jay, but Bill, you could come. This is what I'm going to do. I decided that, Slammiversary, they're not letting fans in. They're not selling tickets. So I'm thinking of catching a last-minute Frontier flight, going to Nashville, hanging out in the parking lot and watching it, having a tailgate party myself. Watch the show off my phone. We'll get Nashville hot chicken. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time. Even better, I'll dress up like remember Bobby Heenan in the first episode of Raw? I'll wear the Taya stuff, like the Loca gear, and I'll be like Taya's grandma. Like I'll put up a grandma gear. Maybe they'll let me in, but I'm going to Nashville regardless. Even though they're not letting people in, I'm going to get arrested. Security's going to throw me out. I don't know what's going to happen, but
our buddy Kevin Martin's wondering if you were coming. He's asking me, he's like, are you guys coming down to Nashville? I'm like, I don't know.
He kept saying on the show we're going to go to Nashville, but it's ironic because I just made fun of people that go to the airport, and here I am talking about showing up to a show.
Go to the airport.
What a hypocrite. What a hypocrite.
Listen, go down, man. Start driving today. But listen,
I want the hot chicken, really. I don't care
hot
about
chicken's fantastic.
that much. I want the hot chicken.
Problem is with Tennessee.
I love Slammiversary.
At least I don't know where about New York or I don't know about Pennsylvania or Wisconsin for that matter, but Illinois said if you're coming in from Tennessee, you got a mandatory quarantine for 14 days. Second you get back in town, they're cracking down on
that mask. Better wear that mask.
Gotta wear that mask, man. So listen, I don't know, but hey, I think Kevin Martin's waiting for you, Kyle. If you want to go, he's ready for you to hang out. But yeah, I'm with you, Bill. I'm gonna decide if I want to watch it on the HD flat screen or on the computer. I'd rather do it on the TV, to be honest. So I might just do that and drop the money that day. Is it cheaper on Fight TV than it is?
I think it's $39.95 on Fight, so it depends on what your cable.
I'm buying mine off Verizon Fios, man. I do it old school. I buy it right off the TV. I already prepaid for it. Definitely.
My guess is it's no more than $10 more for the HD feed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be doing that. So yeah, I'll probably just do that. I like watching it on the HD. So we'll do that. Cool. I'm looking forward to it, man. A bunch of people in the chat who've already ordered it as well. So very cool. I mean, listen, we're all ready to go, man. I wish we could do a watch along for it. I know we'll get pulled immediately if we try.
Well, yeah, the only thing that we could do is I know like J-Bone did for Mania is like you're not showing it, you're just talking about it.
We could.
Dude, the greatest was when I swore for weeks. All right, we're going to start playing clips of Impact here on the podcast. We're going to pull up the YouTube channel. And I swore by it. And up and down, J-Bone's like, no, Kyle, it's not a good idea. We're going to get pulled down. And I'm like, no, we're going to do it. So me being the moron that I am, the first night I decide to display this technology on the screen, we have Elgin on the show. We have one of the Impact guys on the show, and the show gets pulled down halfway through the show because I decided to pull those clips. I didn't listen to J-Bone. So we got to be careful with what we play. Like the sound bites are cool, but the actual video.
Now the good thing was
because I never know what the hell I'm talking about.
Never.
Yeah, the good thing was so. I just remember. I remember we get pulled. Jay gets very angry. He got really upset.
Furious.
Jiminy Christmas.
Luckily though, we were able to get back on. Jay, somehow, I don't know how you still this day, I don't know how you restarted it, but you were able to kick us right back on.
It came back. It just came back. Like they pulled it, and then all of a sudden, within like between 5 to 10, it wasn't very long.
Not even that long. It was like 5 minutes tops.
And then boom,
yeah, it was maybe like 2 minutes. It was
2 minutes.
Short. Yeah.
That's how I feel too.
I couldn't figure out though. I was like, is somebody actively watching that and they're just like, shit, pull them, or is it like a YouTube auto flag that does it?
We'll never know. Unsolved mysteries.
Someone probably got a message.
I've been watching
and then they said, "No, it's just
Hey, no hating on the BDC, man. You see that, Zach Bonifer? Why don't you start stand-up comedy? I mean, you rip on us in the comments.
Funny guy.
You rip on us in these pictures. Look at this maniac. This guy's insane. Look at these pictures. This guy's out of his mind.
Mr. Clean, Pasta Mania. Was that it? You did more than 2. Goddamn, where's yours?
I don't have those.
There's one for Bill. Even you're only showing these 2.
That's what we have. You morons could put it in the StreamYard bank. I don't got to do everything.
I leave that to you. I leave it to you to do the technology stuff. But listen, no, I think no, it was nuts. It's like we got pulled and then we're right back on. So thankfully that didn't last too long. But yeah, we can't play clips.
I'm looking at my cable. Sorry to cut you off. I'm looking at my cable thing here, and this is funny. I'm on my Spectrum online instead of on the box out there, and it says there's a record option.
Oh yeah.
For what? Slammiversary?
And you go to info, it doesn't say shit. Check original time, original end time. But there's no order button and there's no price thing. So I'm like, okay, do I just record this and it's gonna come on and then
hope I charge you when it goes?
They probably will, but I'm gonna wait a couple days and I'm gonna see if I win anything towards the end of the week and then I'll order it last minute because I usually watch it on my cable.
Whoa,
that way I got no issue out
here.
Cat
got rid of the catnip, apparently. Sorry. Oh.
Cool. All right, we'll see, man.
The YouTube chat writes, Trent has my flat screen. Trent, did you steal this guy's television? What is that comment about?
Absolutely. I must have his flat screen. Can you identify your flat screen and describe it? If I really do have it, we'll prove it. Global Wars. Let's see.
Whoopsie writes, I always buy last minute, a true pay-per-view scumbag, but it's the purchase that counts. You're not bootlegging it off of the internet armpit, giving your computer AIDS.
Now wait a second, Bill. You bought the celebration thing, right? You want to run down what you get with that again for anybody who doesn't know? There's a special package.
Yeah, I'm going over memory on this right now. The celebration, it's going to be over Zoom. At I believe it was 10 Central AM the day of. Or is it Saturday? Yeah, because it's Saturday, the day of.
Yeah.
And it includes a Slammiversary T-shirt. It includes a $25 gift certificate for Shop Impact.
Mm-hmm.
It includes autographs, which I assume are probably the Slammiversary themed ones they were going to use for VIP.
Yeah.
Also, they're going to do like a cameo type video for each person that does it.
Awesome. Yeah.
And there might be some other stuff. But yeah, it's a nice. Yeah.
You sure it's a cameo video and not an OnlyFans video? Just checking. Asking for a friend.
I think they said cameo style. So
all right.
I'd like to see that Don Callis OnlyFans.
Yeah, if you get a Don Callis or a Johnny Swinger, who knows?
It's $100, right, Bill? It's $100.
Yeah, it's $100. Yeah.
No, I got to say the value is nuts. The T-shirt, the $25 gift certificate, that's $50 right there. Easy. That's $50 right there. Autograph photos, another, maybe $20, $25. In merch alone, you're getting most of the money back on this, plus all the other shit. So I like it, man.
And they are kind of teasing that you're going to learn some stuff, maybe some not necessarily spoilers, but maybe some hints for what's going to be happening at the pay-per-view. So
I like it. I like it. I'm
what a scumbag. I'm going to wait until it's uploaded to Impact Plus, writes L Punk.
Hey, you're going to be waiting a couple months.
Hey.
Well, listen, it's an HD flat. Get out of here, Global. It's not your goddamn TV.
Hey, man.
All right, let's.
Yeah, if you don't have to cash, you don't have to cash. But if you got it, support Impact. Support the company you love.
If there's any left, I might do it. I might do that. That's $100.
They're gonna pay all these young bucks coming in the company.
No, keep that shit out of here, man.
Oh, I didn't mean those.
Cut his mic.
I was laughing my ass off. J-Bone put up a picture. J-Bone put up a picture of himself at like a fan convention, and he's got like the New Japan title on, like Margaritaville, dude. Total Margaritaville. He's throwing up this too, like Too Sweet J-Bone.
Jay and the Good Brothers.
I want like a Bullet Club shirt with J-Bone's face instead of the skull, and I wanted to say like Margarita Club. Stealing that from Vince Russo, by the way. The Margaritaville song. That's like my favorite.
It was 5 years.
That's old school, like 3 years ago.
Here we go.
Yeah, you got to pull it up there, Jay. Listen, by the way, speaking of which, while you're pulling that, let me update
everybody on the Russo. Those videos I sent.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to plug something here. Jesus.
Shut up with your plugs. Oh, follow me on Vanilla Joke.
Shut up, idiot. Listen, hang on a second.
Oh, my band Hemi. We're playing the high school talent show next week.
I'm gonna get it. It's Lord's Day. I'm gonna take it easy on the kid today. Look at this. Look at J Bone with the Good Brother here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's Doc.
Yeah.
That's 5 years ago at the Rest in peace, Global Force Wrestling. Back when it was cool for 2 seconds.
Global Force Wrestling. Thumbs down.
That's hey, it was still one of the best experiences I ever had. As like opinions aside of the owner and all that bullshit and the court thing, whatever. Yeah. This was a great day. I went with my life, my wife.
Your life?
The love of my life. My wife. These things are fucking me up. I had one beer.
CBD lollipops, man. I tell you.
By the way, that's Hacksaw Jim Duggan down in the corner.
Oh, nice.
He was in the front. Cole Cabana was there. Sanjay Dutt didn't even smile for his picture. That grimacing son of a bitch.
Wow.
I met like a dozen people. It was ridiculous for the price that I paid. It was tremendous.
It was because I did the one in Harrisburg. It was like a VIP, like autograph and pictures.
Here's both of them. Here's me looking sexy in the middle there.
I went to the one in Iowa on the same tour, and I gotta say, the most smug piece of shit. The second time I met him, and he was still an asshole, was Nick Aldis. Complete. Just was he on that tour?
He was. He was. In fact, he was probably the next guy in line next to the Good Brothers, and he was. I mean, he was nice. I don't remember like. And Cole Cabana was just popping for everyone. Oh, what's up? He was just obnoxious, but
Twice I met Aldis, and he was just like somebody shitting his breakfast each time for not just me, for everybody.
He was a miserable prick and like promos.
Was miserable.
Like, dude, since he left Impact the first time, I'm not crazy. I would catch these interview clips, little interviews he would do, and he would never say anything good. Like, it's always about the missed opportunity. It's always about what they didn't do, what they should have done. It's like the guy comes off as a miserable prick. I know he can kick my ass, but I'm just saying it how I feel from my
that guy just sour, constantly sour. Bill, you ever meet him during any of your trips?
You know what? I'm sure I probably have, but they weren't that memorable because I'm not remembering them too well. Well, like even like years ago, like when I met like Spud and stuff, I remember saying, "You're getting the push." He's like, "What's a push?" And so.
Hey, Bill, didn't he want to kill you? Well, aren't you the guy that pushed Mickey James onto the train track on that episode of Impact?
That was definitely Bill.
Like that was Bill.
I don't know if I did that, and then there was little Ricky. I don't know. There was a whole bunch of incidents I might be linked to.
Now look, all this for sure. Hello, Kevin Martin. What's up? We mentioned you a few minutes ago. Kyle we were still apparently coming to Nashville.
Shit about you, Kevin, saying how much we hate you. You missed it.
Never said that. Never. Cut his mic, please. J-Bone, cut his mic, please. Thank you.
Hey, this is from me to you, Kevin, because we love you. So we heard the news that a certain free agent came down with that nasty thing going around, that Corona shit. So here's my plea to you. If said free agent Miro, Russo, excuse me. Damn.
Take it easy, Willie. Take it easy over there. Wear a mask, for God's sake.
It's yeah. This screen is just covered. It's horrible. I gotta clean.
Jesus.
If said free agent maybe couldn't appear, we were talking about a tremendous idea that maybe he could just appear via satellite or via promo. Who's messaging me now?
Are you implying that Kevin somehow has the direct bat phone to said free agent and it's gonna say, "Hey man, let's write this in and have you."
You know, you guys are sitting here kissing Kevin's ass because he comes on the show, but let me, dude, fuck Kevin. You know why I don't like Kevin? Fuck Kevin. You know why I don't like him?
Can you please not show up on this show anymore? Can you please just stop coming to the show?
Kevin is, you know, he comes in, he's nice to us, he talks to us, but like, dude, he won't give us any scoops. He works in the company. He won't tell me nothing. Like
he can't give us spoilers. He's trying to fucking stay hired, for God's sake.
No, I know, and it's like he won't tell me a goddamn thing. And it's like, no, how you gonna act like we're cool, but you know, you're sworn to this oath of secrecy, and I don't know nothing. You know, it's just watch the TV show, Kyle. So I love Kevin, but fuck Kevin.
Hey, see, there he's got no clue. See,
he plays this like silent like oath thing, and like I'm like privately talking to him, like, come on, man, tell me, and he won't tell me nothing.
He ain't telling you shit. Who the fuck are you? What have you done for Kevin? You haven't done anything for Kevin. You haven't done a goddamn thing for the guy. All you did is get him in trouble. You've gotten him in trouble. All you've done is negative shit. If I was Kevin, I wouldn't give you a goddamn thing.
I did it on the show. We met right. No,
Jay Bone, cut his mic, please. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cut his mic.
So yeah, I mean, like if you are gonna like meet up with him and do like this sandwich thing or whatever you said you guys were doing, and Kevin Martin is there, maybe you could. What is that they say in the Goodfellas? You could shine his shoes. You can get out your
get out your shine box.
Get out your shine box, Kyle.
Dude, don't disrespect a great movie like that. You know, this guy's always. We had Vince Russo on the show, and he's like, "Oh, sports, extreme entertainment." Like,
oh my god, I can't believe we're watching the fucking show every week, and Russo comes like going, "I love the sports extreme entertainment." Like the acronym is SEX. It's the easiest acronym to fucking remember.
Oh,
we got the guy on the show.
Vinny Rue on the show, the guy that wrote the Attitude Era, the guy that wrote TNA, the guy that wrote Impact Wrestling, and you messed that up. How do you do that, J-Bone? How do you do that?
Oh my God, J-Bone.
Created Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you just disrespect him. Like, how do you do that?
It was and that was in Milwaukee too, my hometown. My bandana was on a little too tight that night. It was squeezed in
the Brian Alvarez thing. Like he said, Brian Alvarez. That ugly.
Hey, Tim. Wait, we got a first time listener, Tim Stone. Welcome to the show. This is our Sunday evening show. We talk about Xplosion and do an open forum, but join us Tuesday.
You're into the wrong show, my friend.
Tuesday night, Tim. We right after Impact ends, we do a full recap, and then Thursday we do it at TNA Throwback. So join us again during the week. We appreciate you coming.
Do a code stream on Tuesday with the show live.
That's it. We that's right. We watch along. So Tim, you're more than welcome to jump in with us right back here on Twitch. We do Tuesday nights and Thursday nights as well. So thanks for coming. All right, what else we got here? Whoopsie's very offended at the Goodfellas reference. And he's a Long Islander too, child. He's not taking your shit today. And you too, J-Bone. I still can't believe it. I forgot about it. I kind of blocked that from my memory that we had Russo on his sports extreme entertainment. Cut his fucking mic for a week. J-Bone, you might, now that I've been reminded of this, I might cut you out of Slammiversary totally. I might take you out of Slammiversary at this point. I'm going to decide by tomorrow on this. I'm a little upset about this.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of J-Bone and just replace him with this guy.
All right, listen. Speaking of Russo, let me update everybody. The show with the partner posting it on the Russo brand was set to go up Thursday. It's usually a Thursday. That's the agreement we got. Vince is splitting off the video portion. He's opening a second channel with all the other shows that he's not on a second brand channel. It's going to be up by tomorrow morning. We're going to be on that one. And then we are going to be on the brand audio feed on the Realm Network
We
starting
weren't
this
out
week.
there before. That's an upgrade in a way. It's
we are getting an upgrade.
Dude, we are just happy to fly that flag. We are the proudest. We're Pyro and Ballyhoo listeners, man. When we created the show, swear to God, what me and Trent said to each other, Trent and I always have to correct myself there, but Trent and I said to each other was, not that we wanted to get the show picked up by Impact. We always said we wanted to get the show picked up on the brand because we're doing this wild, zany morning zoo type format with the wrestling talk, and it's perfect. And to get Vince Russo on and have him be part of the show in sound bites, I mean, this is a dream come true. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, Mr. Russo.
Speak for yourself, scumbag. I had a different goal, but no, I'm all in. It's all good.
Yeah, you wanted to get a job at AEW, you fucking dork. You wanted to shine their shoes. You wanted to be in the back shining shoes.
Oh, Cody don't like me. No.
I wanted to be with Impact. I don't think Impact wanted us. I think we're all too dangerous for Impact.
No, what do you mean dangerous? Nothing dangerous about this show. We're beautiful sweethearts.
Yeah, maybe.
We're fit for the brand, though, man.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
How you doing? It's great.
So, are you saying you're an angel or?
I'm an upstanding citizen.
Oh,
you sure are.
How's Sure thing, man?
How is our buddy Shirt Thing doing? Have you talked to him?
I still talk to him all the time, man. I talk to him on the phone. We're like housewives. We'll talk on the phone for an hour. The Shirt Thing is he's surely great. He'll be back on the show soon to do a review with us, no doubt.
Let's definitely get Shirt Thing. I want to get Mike Freeland on the show. The next couple of weeks as well. So we'll get Mike Freeland on from Front Row Material.
If you don't know who we are talking about here in this clip,
I'm an upstanding citizen.
Go back in the archives. Trent, what was that, about 3 months ago already? Go back in the archives, watch that episode. The Sure Thing John Shane was a manager all over the East Coast independent scene. Bill remembers him. From back in those days. And his story is so incredible. And the fact that he came on our show with college video footage of him hanging out with Mick Foley, doing TNI in the 80s. They're not reviewing, they're previewing WrestleMania 2. It's footage of him and Mick in college together. That's on our show about 3 months back. Find that in the archives.
Very rare footage of Mick Foley and Shirt Thing in 1986.
Sure Thing's the best, man. He's one of those people to know him is to love him.
Good guy. We even had the Greek god Papadon surprise him on the show. It was great.
I got Russo's brand guy, man. Conspiracy Horseman, Papadon.
That's right.
New Force Order, all that.
Nerd Force Order, yeah, dude. That's New Force Order, yeah.
Dude, we gotta, you gotta put the word out there if you can and try to get him booked out in Chicago when all that comes back. Dude,
he's never worked Chicago. Papadon has never worked there. I'm gonna work on it.
He's $1 million wrestler. I'm telling you.
I'll work on it. for sure. I do like Papadon. He's a good wrestler, solid guy. We'll get him out here. But hey, listen, anything else, guys? Anybody want to talk about anything else? A little quiet in the chat
we
today.
said we were going to take questions from the audience and totally didn't. So if you want to pull a couple of those up, a quick little AMA before we get out of here. We're already at an hour and 20 minutes. Let's get out of here.
We got our new guy here. He's already throwing breaking balls. We like it. Hey, welcome. You're already part of the team over here, Tim. Already breaking our balls. Upstanding too when he's not sitting.
That's why we're too dangerous for Impact Wrestling, man. Stuff like that. Because we're maniacs, and then the audience comes on and they act like maniacs. Everybody's a maniac.
Kevin Martin, we did talk about the arm wrestling bit.
You guys were talking about that.
At the top of the show, we talked about the whole thing. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love all that's going on. I can't wait for this week's clips to hit. So, yeah, if you are part of that, kudos, because I can't get enough of that shit.
Amazing.
Very cool. Very nice, man.
You know, because I'm a little sick. I don't show it a lot on here, but I'm a little sick.
Kyle's bullshit? Yes, me too.
I want to know. I want to know how many takes the bathroom takes had to do with the the pissing and the washing the hands.
Yeah, actually, Kevin.
Like I want to know the outtakes, like the bloopers. That's what I want to see, like down the road. Like you put those up like a blooper reel up on the Impact Plus blooper reel. There you go. There's an idea,
Kevin. I like that. I like the idea. Kevin, if you're listening, listen. The B-roll blooper reel of this whole thing would be fantastic on Impact Plus. I like that, Jay. I'm very good. Kevin, if you're listening, do that, man. Very cool, man. Very nice. Very nice, boys.
These aren't all bad, guys.
I like it. Very cool. Anything else, boys? Bill, you got any other topics? We missed anything this week? I mean, we're going to Slammiversary. This is the heavy week coming up.
Hold on. Go fuck yourselves for a second. This is a good one from the audience.
Wow,
Critical Swing says, if you could wipe one person from TNA/Impact history, who would it be?
Shit.
Let's go around here.
Man. This is a heavy question now. Man, if you could wipe one person From TNA Impact history, who would it be? Oh,
because no matter what you say, you're gonna come off like a dick. So it's like I don't know. You know,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I would say maybe
I like our history. You know,
maybe Bish.
I'm with you, Trent. That's where I was leaning.
Yes.
I gotta say Bish. Because the thing is, look.
Can we get Bischoff and Hogan together as a package and just?
See, I wouldn't get rid of Hogan.
I wouldn't get rid of Hogan.
A
lot of eyes. He's right. I mean, people see Hulk Hogan. It's like the ratings are up there. People want Hulk Hogan.
After Hogan, you know, banging Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, I never seen him the same. You know, I can't. He's not good old Hulkster to me anymore.
She was not
pre that. This is pre that.
Ruined it for me. He's not Hulk anymore. He was Hulk before that happened.
Listen though, I gotta say Bischoff. I feel Bischoff had more of a weird influence on the whole thing, you know. And I'm not a fan of. He was I met him at Lockdown 2010's Fan Fest. He was real fucking nice, but I just feel like the influence was the negative.
Like, did you ever hear I'm pretty sure it was Russo said in a shoot interview clip once that like they were booking the show once and. I think it was Eric Bischoff totally wanted to push the Nasty Boys in favor of like Motor City Machine Guns or a young team like that. I don't know who the young team was. I'm just saying MC Motor City Machine Guns, but it's like you know, just little things like that you hear. It's like, oh, I don't think they needed to go in that direction. It's a little too WCW at the time.
They couldn't even. They could barely walk in those segments. So what? How the hell?
Unbelievable.
God, that was such a bad idea.
Yeah, I gotta take bet. What do you got, Jay? You got one in mind? What are you thinking? Ooh, wait, Terrence coming in with the Tessa Blanchard though. Look at that. Look at that. That wound is still fresh, boys. That one still got a Band-Aid on it.
Bullshit T-shirt.
Terrence,
give it to Terrence. Give Terrence the T-shirt. Terrence, I think you just won the T-shirt. Anyway, what do you got, Jay? Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking back to those several first weeks that we're watching. And what are we at? We're going in the low 30s, 32, 33, whatever we're at.
We're going into 33 on NWA TNA Throwback show, yeah.
All right, so we've seen a lot of faces. Oh, there's a gem. Jiminy Christmas.
All right. I got it, folks. Forget the contest. Forget everything else. If you purchase a TNI shirt off of PWTs by the end of the broadcast before we go off in like 5 minutes, I will throw in. First off, we're going to ship this out to you. Trent's going to pay for shipping. It's just a free gift. We're going to give you this shirt. And if you do it, I'm going to throw in a Pop TV paddle.
Oh, solid.
I got a bunch of these. You know, if I ever get to do the show with you guys in person, I'm going to slap you around with it because I got a bunch of them. But I will throw in this rare Pop TV paddle that I took off the floor at Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
I did as well. Well, I had it at my seat.
Well, Terrence does not want the T-shirt, though.
So somebody buy a TNI shirt off of PWTs.com. It's got to be the Flaming Mike shirt, the TNI TV shirt. It's going to be the old school logo shirt. Buy one of those 3 T-shirts by the end of the broadcast, and you'll get this for free.
All right. Well, listen, guys, the link is at the bottom of your screen. The link is floating at the bottom of your screen. If you buy a TNI T-shirt tonight,
it's permission right now, children. Yes. Call in the next 5 minutes. Don't forget to include your social security number and your birth certificate.
What size is that T-shirt, Kyle? So some people know.
This is a large.
It's a large Tessa Diamond 3 T-shirt. Look at that.
There you go.
You know, hey, title's up, guys. This is it. That's a collector's item now, I guess. At this point,
that is a collector's item.
That's going to be all the brown
like
bags.
Most of the stuff on Shop Impact has kind of like it all got discontinued, but it seems like they are running out of a lot of it.
If nobody buys a TNI shirt by the end of the broadcast, I'm going to burn this on Tuesday. I'm going to do the show in the garage like I used to. I'm going to light it on fire and we're going to burn it. We're going to
burn it on Slammiversary Day. Hey, I got a better one for you.
When Rhino burned the ECW title on Impact, we're going to burn the Tessa shirt. You know,
I got a better one for you. I want to up you on this.
Wipe my ass with it?
No. Even better.
Right.
On the night of Slammiversary, you wait till after the main event and somebody wins that title that she just gave up. You burn it after that.
Burn it. We have the
that's the final nail in the coffin. Just burn it and you light your cigarette off of that burn or whatever you might be indulging.
That's J-Bone. That's not me, man.
I think this is the guy that legit wanted it right here. I remember correctly. This is the guy.
Don't tell me not to burn it because when you tell me not to do something.
How about listen, Mike.
So much more.
Mike, if you want it, you got to look at the bottom of the screen. Order go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Buy one of our shirts, and Kyle will give you that one for free. He'll include that. It's up to you now.
Give it like I'd say give it like the next 24 hours, because how the hell are we gonna know?
That's true. We'll go to 24 hours. We'll see if you buy it.
Because we gotta wait till we get the email, unless you like private message us and then like send us like the screenshot of whatever. All right, so I came up with my one that I would erase because I don't think they really added anything. It was more just a pop from the crowd, like, oh, look who showed up. They didn't really do anything.
Speaking of Pop TV, I'm sorry to do this. Sorry to cut you off, dude. I called my mother. I walked into my
fuck up. He's in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, fuck him. I walked into my mother's room yesterday and she was watching.
Oh, we don't want to hear about your mother's room. That's nasty, Kyle. Go back to your drinking and just we'll see you on Tuesday.
I walked into my mother's room and she was watching Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. What missed opportunity? Impact was pushing Schitt's Creek. Nobody was talking about Schitt's Creek. It was Impact was back to back with Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek was just kind of whatever. And now since Impact is off pop, dude, I'm just hearing people talk about Schitt's Creek more and more.
It got nominated for a goddamn Emmy Award. It was crazy. Anyway, J-Bone, who's your one?
Fuck
you got?
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer?
What?
Percy Pringle? Really?
He showed up. He got his ass kicked. He really didn't do anything. It's like people were like, well, why is he here for like 3 weeks? Why is he here? Why is he here?
Parlay new
footage of him. You got to show up on. How could you say something like that? Of all the people, you could have said Nick Aldis. You could have said Magnus.
I know. Well, because Magnus is a decent wrestler. I liked him at the time.
No, he's a great wrestler. He's a great
Trent,
wrestler.
since you said Bischoff before me, I will add, just because I despise a pretty short run in a similar role, Bruce Pritchard.
Pritchard was terrible for Impact.
He was awful. He was like the only management that I just booed every time they came out.
Oh my God.
He was awful.
Now
he's Vince's boy.
He was awful. Everything he did there.
Oh, but he
from
fucked
the gut check he did to his when he was like a authority figure. He was just awful.
He screwed Vince though. The backstage there's a big story. Vince Russo will talk about it. He within 2 weeks of getting there, like Vince got him the job there. Russo got him hired, and within 2 weeks of getting there, he politicked and he got to be Vince's boss. He got in Dixie's ear, and he was running the show out in 2 weeks. The guy is, man, and then he fucked Vince Russo. It was unbelievable. This guy is just.
You could say he's probably still doing that today, where he's
no question. Look at him now. He's at the head of Raw. Now, give me a break. What happened to this guy, man?
Trent, I know you watch those Russo shoot interviews like they're gospel. So if you say something, I know you would remember it clearly.
I do, dude. He puts out so many shows a week. I can barely get to other podcasts. I had to blaze through front row material, like 4 episodes this weekend, just to like catch up on shit.
Big old margarita for the brand.
Oh, I love it. I was it before we were on the brand. I was a big mark for it. So
Tyrone Ballyhoo days, man. We were there
big time.
Back when Andre Corbeil used to be like Vince's whipping boy.
Do you remember, Kyle? Do you remember a guy named Razor Fist he used to bring on? You remember Razor Fist?
He does those like rebuttal videos. Those were fantastic.
That guy was great.
Tyrone Ballyhoo era was my shit.
Oh, it was wild. What do you got, Jay?
Trent, I gotta fill you in on something. I don't ask me how. I'm gonna look at the numbers later and see if I can figure this out with some Steiner math shit. But since Kyle came on, the numbers actually went up. I don't know.
How does that happen?
That's right.
How do I not have a reason to get rid of you? How is every week?
Feels good. It feels good, Trent.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Every week I try to find an angle, and somehow when you come on, the numbers go up. I mean, what are you bringing here that the numbers go? Do you just tell a bunch of friends to jump on the show when you're coming on?
Every wrestling podcast is the same. You got a bunch of geeks on the air pretending to be experts about something. I come on the show, I tell you I'm not an expert. I mean, half the time, how qualified am I besides being an Impact couch potato? We add personality into the show. This is a personality-based broadcast while discussing Impact Wrestling. That's what we do.
I'll say this. Kyle makes a valid point. Like, what makes Dave Meltzer qualified?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
No disrespect. I appreciate the opportunity he gave us in the past, but like, what makes BQ qualified to talk about this stuff? Dude, I'm a janitor. Like the Chappelle Show skit, I'm a janitor. You know?
Hey, that's enough.
We're done loving the show. We do what we do. It's a fan-based product. It's for the fans, by the fans.
Listen, not for nothing. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot it anyway. At least I work in the business. I work for one of the bigger indies in the country here. For God's sake, come on. I know what I'm talking about.
I could go make coffee at any independent show too.
I'm doing a lot more making coffee, pal.
Make coffee.
Listen.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's enough out of you. Cut it. Can you cut his mic again, Jim? That'd be great. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. What else? Anything else, boys? Anything else?
We're at an hour 30 minutes. Let's get out of here.
All right, here we go. All right, guys. Well, Bill, you got any closing thoughts? Anything else to wrap up here? What do you got?
I think I'm good. I thought J-Bone had something up there. But
what do you got, J-Bone?
I just noticed that our follow numbers went up while we were live on Twitch. I just want to say thank you for all the new followers wherever you're watching from, whether it's Facebook,
our family in Germany, Twitch. Dubai. We're global, baby.
We love Dubai. We love Germany. And we saw someone gave some bits while we were live over on Twitch. You can send bits, so thank you.
Yeah, we don't plug that enough.
Appreciate it. Yeah, well, we're new here, we're not.
Could you get Brian to make emojis of our faces, the emoticons, whatever they're called on Twitch?
I think
ones. I want a Bill. I want a J Bone. I want Afro Trent.
We got. Let me see here. We got Mike Tenay. I'm going to put that in there right now.
No, we got Angry Tenay.
We got Angry Tenay. Now Brian was saying that it takes a little bit. I think once we hit another level up on Twitch, we get to put more emojis. Look, we got Angry Tenay. Look, here's Angry Tenay coming up here. Look at that. There's Angry Tenay. I just put that in the chat. Look at that.
There we go.
Angry Tenay face. And I think Brian was saying once we get more, we level up a little bit, we will be able to get more. We'll get our faces in there too. So Brian's he's on it. Skull17, our boy Brian on Twitch, twitch.tv/Skull17. He's on it. What do you got?
The trick is our viewer average on Twitch has to go up. I don't know how the first hour of the last review on Twitch, unfortunately, was a train wreck. We saw 5 minutes of 1 hour, but we had our most views and followers ever. We had over 100 at once, and it just blew my mind. I'm like, I don't know how it went from like 30 up to 100, but thank you. We're on the road to Slammiversary, and we hope that just increases. But it's the average has to increase. That's what it is. So
we're working on it, everybody. We're working on it. Brian,
please, everyone watching, listening, join us for the Twitch co-stream on Tuesday.
There you go.
Back to its normal time.
The watch along,
Eastern, 7 Central.
Yep.
Yes, and hopefully the Impact Twitch is a lot better than it was last week because we had little issues with their Twitch. But let's wrap it up here. Bill, somebody was saying there's time for Wild Bill's closing thoughts.
I would love that. Like we were just talking about Jerry Springer the other day. Jerry Springer has the final thought. I'd love Bill's final thought.
Let's do it. Bill's final thought, then I'll get into the plugs. Go ahead, Bill.
Look at the beer first, Bill. I know you got a beer down there. You're always clanging bottles.
There's always there's maybe a little something here.
As the most famous Impact Wrestling fan, give us some thoughts, some words of wisdom to everybody listening. How about live fan etiquette tips from the fan himself, from the man in the front row himself? Give us a tip for the front.
All right, row. All right, I'll kind of give you the normal.
I love this
etiquette at a show. So pretty much, go to a show, enjoy yourself, have a good time.
Wear deodorant.
Yeah.
The room is hot. Make sure you wear deodorant. There's nothing worse.
You're not wrong because I know it might be a different time, but let's assume stuff gets back to animals, and we'll be close together again and all tight. So think of that. Do think of that with others because it's normally hot. It's normally tight.
Oh yeah.
But I always look at a show, enjoy yourself, get the product over. Don't get yourself over. Absolutely. Just don't do stupid chants that are only for you.
What do you mean don't get yourself over? You get yourself over on every episode of Impact that you attend. How could you say something like that?
He doesn't do it on purpose.
It's not.
It happens automatically.
You just get in the way. Yeah, sometimes you just get in the way of the action. That's how I look at it.
Listen,
but you're there to enhance the product.
Take this over. Forget Bill. Scumbags.
You already got cut out. 1 segment in.
Scumbag etiquette. First off, make sure you shower, wear deodorant. There's nothing worse than being stinky at a hot wrestling show. If you're coming through the aisle, if you kick over my drink or you kick over my popcorn, punch in the face, or you better buy me a new one to avoid such physical altercation. Don't chant stupid stuff. The worst is when you go to a show and fans just like if we're at an Impact show and the fans start a CM Punk chant, or the one time I was at a wrestling show and the guys next to me started chanting Beavis and Butthead. I swear, there's stupid things like that. Don't do that type of shit, man.
Yes.
Just stay within, do what's expected. I mean, you pay your ticket, you could do whatever you want, but I don't know. It's not for me. But most importantly, take a shower. Don't be cheap. Buy some merchandise, and yeah, that's about it.
Look at. Yeah, I want to point out a comment from Millard Harris here. He says Kyle would interrupt the priest at his own funeral. That's for damn sure. You have been obnoxious today. You have been incorrigible today. It's unbelievable the amount of interruptions.
That's what I do.
Unbelievable. Unreal. But all right, well, there's Bill's closing thoughts. Bill, you got to close it out with take care of yourself and each other, like Jerry Springer used to say.
Oh, yes. Take care of yourself and
go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourselves. All right, very good. All right, let's get some plugs in there. Bill, where can people follow you?
If they were following the scroll tonight, they can follow me on Twitter at my name, William, another M, Gardner, Gardner.
Very nice. It's at the bottom. All the Twitter handles are going at the bottom. Jay, go ahead and plug where people can talk to you, find you when you're not on TNI three times a week.
When I'm not here all the time, I'm over on that other little podcast down on YouTube called Smash This Podcast, where we're smashing all things wrestling. We cover AEW. We cover a little bit of the E, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And you just never know. We also cover on Saturday nights the Jacked Up Jukebox, where we talk some music. So, go give us a follow, sub, and smash that. As Bison coined it, smash that bell. I love that guy.
Smash that bell, he says, huh?
Smash that bell. I think he stole that from me. But anyways, Smash This Podcast is also on Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter box. I'm on the Twitter box personally at jbone5150.
Very nice. Kyle, where can they follow you, man? And for all your goddamn ramblings.
KL on the mic on Twitter. Shoot me a follow.
Very nice. All right, guys, you're following me. Hemi Music, HEMIMUSIC, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go ahead and get a hold of me there. Don't forget the show, as it's scrolling on the bottom, as at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Type in We Talk Impact or Total Nonstop Impact Podcast. Comes right up. The show is also available on all audio formats: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Geo7 in India. You name it, we're on it. A bunch of random other ones. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell Roman Reigns' his weird uncle. What the hell is that all about? Oh, shit. All right, tell somebody. But definitely, guys, don't forget twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. We're building Twitch, guys. Twitch is our big focus right now. So thank you for all the new Twitch followers. You guys are killing it on Twitch. And then Tuesday night, don't forget, every Tuesday night, we do the watch along for Impact Wrestling, twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. And then immediately following, about 30 minutes, I should say, following Impact Wrestling, after Aftershock ends, we go live on the #1 Impact Wrestling review show in the world, Total Nonstop Impact, the flagship show, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. We go on right away. It's myself, J-Bone, Kaylon, Bill, and Alicia. We go on with that, and we'll have some guests from time to time as well. Thursday nights is the TNI Throwback. We do NWA TNA Throwbacks. We're coming up on 33 this week, right, guys? 33 is this 33 week. 33. It's at the height of the sports entertainment extreme era, so check that out. And then here, Sunday nights, we do the Impact Plus Weekly. We break down Xplosion into an open forum. So it's open forum. Anything you guys want to talk about, we're here. Yes.
This Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Go ahead, J-Bun. Plug it.
I miss Lakers, too. You see Millard in the chat? I miss Lakers, too.
Yeah, where's Lakers? Where's Lakers? I miss his profanity.
Tonight.
Miss him.
He must be busy. He'll pop in. Watch. He'll pop in like the last 2 seconds and be like, "Oh, fuck," So yeah, this Wednesday after my little shindig with Mox and family, reviewing AEW over on Smash This Podcast. We'll try to keep that short and sweet because Wednesday night, after that's done, after Smash goes off the air, we're gonna hop back over here. We're gonna do some Slammiversary predictions, folks. It'll
There you
be
go.
the prediction show. We'll all give our thoughts,
My first
opinions.
prediction.
Oh, Millard, I do that all the time. You buy one movie ticket, you bounce to the next one. I could tell you so many movies we did that for, man. Of course. I love that.
Hold on, real quick.
What's awkward is when you walk to the theater next to you naked, Kalon. That's
Wait a second. Hold on. Before, wait a minute. Speaking of prediction, Bill, show that again real quick. Where were you holding up there? Your first prediction.
Prediction.
Look at that. Look at that. That looks like a certain.
Oh, we know that guy.
Looks like a certain Carter. Huh.
It looks like a certain Carter.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at another Carter right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think there might be a bunch of Carters.
Let's see, man. Maybe three. Maybe the third of the third brand. Look at that. A lot of EC3 going on in this chat today. Very nice. All right. Well, that's so Wednesday night. We'll do the Slammiversary preview and then third. So it's going to be a busy week.
We'll do. Have to do this carefully.
What do you got there? What do you got? Oh, the good brother. You flipping us off there, Jake? Okay, good bro. Listen, everybody's got a prediction. I don't have any prediction. My shit's not near me where I can get to it. But all right, it's a busy week for us guys. We got the Tuesday show, Wednesday predictions, Thursday throwback, Slammiversary on Saturday night. We're gonna go live right after with that review. And then I don't know, Matt. Do we do it plus weekly next week? We'll see. We're going live. We're looking to go 5 times this week. It's gonna be.
We might skip, unless there's some insane thing. I think this coming Sunday, we're gonna skip the weekly just because it's gonna be a hellacious week.
It's gonna be a tough week, guys. I don't know if they're doing an Xplosion this week, but we'll find out. All right, very nice, everybody, guys. Thank you all for joining. We appreciate hanging on the Impact Plus Weekly, the open forum show. This is a big fun blast for us to do. We just shoot the shit and have a good time. So, all right, J-Bone, hit that video, guys. We will talk to you Tuesday night for the watch along, twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. All right, good night, everybody. We'll talk to you then. See ya.
Fuck you.
Find me the name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total Nonstop Impact.
My name's Sean, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Nonstop Impact Podcast.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson.